pigeon soup. Gonna watch this movie, Start the Machine, now. It's really good. Hell yeah, I love vinyl records, man. Such a big Blink fan in high school. Now I'm more into like, well, in elementary school I was into like Nirvana. I also like Korn. In elementary I like Nirvana and Korn and Stone Temple Pilots and Unwritten Law and all those awesome bands from the 90s, you know what I mean? Pearl Jam. The list goes on. And then into like the 2000s, then I started getting into like Blink 182 instead of like the Foo Fighters, you know. I was more into like that punk rock I was a big skateboarder, so then I got into like this Blink 182, No Effects and Newfound Glory and so many good bands, you know, like all those like punk rock bands. And then when the music scene changed, like I want to say back in like 2010, 2008, 10. I know people say it changed before that, but like I used to tour back in 2010, and it was good, man. Like I thought it was good tours, you know. As a solo artist, it was good tours. And NASA's Calling, my new band, is gonna have way better tours, but. It's almost over. So yeah, then I kind of liked All Time Low a little bit, and all those new wave bands like Fall Out Boy, but it just became so cheesy and it's all sounded the same to me. So then I started like listening to like classic rock and like getting back into like the roots, like the Beatles and you know Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I love them. U2 I love. You know, Paul McCartney and the Wings, and there's just so many good groups out there. And then going through the 60s into the 70s into the 80s, then you got Phil Collins and Genesis, and there's just so much good music that before my time, which is Nirvana in the 90s and all that. And then the millennium, like 182, all the small things in 1999 and 2000. You guys know the rest. And then a couple years ago, and I started getting into like. I also in high school I liked like Story of the Year and A Day to Remember and The Used and Dashboard Confessional. I was also into that like emo scene, post rock scene, I guess. But today, I just, as a band member and a founder of NASA's Calling, and as a solo artist still, because I'll always write music on my own, and I'm actually, as an artist, as a solo artist, it's not really a solo artist, but it's just as a musician, I'm working on scoring a film. Obviously, my band might help out a lot, but I'm the one that got the deal, and working on a new featured film, motion picture feature film that I'm going to be scoring all music for, kind of like the music for this and the music for the Rocker movie that we just watched last night, and so enjoy the film, guys. You'll learn some history about Angels and Airwaves and Tom DeLonge from Blink-182.
For the first time in the world.
We are NASA's Calling. Go give us a Facebook like and be sure to follow us, and we'll see you at a show real soon.
Relax your eyes, I'm ready. Start the machine.
I let her inside.
So when I started thinking about how I have to make music, I have to do it.
Feeling alright.
If I don't do it, I go crazy. This is our new band name, fuckers. Angels and Airwaves. Can't you tell?
The band name is Angels and Airwaves, and we needed a band name that was gonna it couldn't just be a band from the garage. It couldn't sound like just anybody could have that name. It had to be something big, and from the beginning.
A little bit. I kind of opened my voice a little bit more.
Yeah, that's good.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Like writing songs is kind of my thing. Please God, help me. There's no other option but just to make it the fucking coolest thing on earth. And that's easier said than done, but that's part of the process of coming in here and saying, okay, I'm starting from complete scratch for like the third time in my career. Relax your eyes. That was fucking early. Shit, I knew it going into sit hurt. But now that this is my life, and now that this is the future, and now that this is all I'm going to be doing, it can't just be different, it has to be better. And I don't know how to explain that, I just have to do it.
The recording of actually both the records, but We Don't Need to Whisper in particular, was so different from anything I had ever done. To do it at Tom's house and not be in a traditional studio for 90% of the time was really different.
Hi, my name's Tom DeLonge. You are at Neverpants Ranch. This is the fucking studio where we record masterpieces. When I put my studio together in my house, I knew there were certain things I needed. This is our isolated sound booth. And we were able to record a couple guitar amps at a time, bass guitar or guitar amps. And then I needed a whole bunch of guitars, and I got the guitars. I needed a Pro Tool setup, which is basically all this stuff. And I was able to fit that in the guest room.
If I had like $20,000, my studio would look like this, guys.
Now with
my studio's worth,
really
actually, let me say, my studio's $20,000, his studio's $200,000.
With microphone and with the right microphone and the right engineer, you can do that stuff in your house. Recording the drums for We Don't Need to Whisper was done entirely at the Foo Fighters studio, Studio 606. It came time to do the drums, and it was just like, yeah, there was time available and everything worked out, so it was just an awesome thing to be in there, and it sounds so good.
This is Adam Willard of The Offspring, rocking from the crib. Right now he's playing for, Against Me. Adam Willard is one of my favorite drummers, and I reached out, and Adam actually played some drums for me on some songs.
The
Which
chorus
was really
is
cool.
so fucking big, dude. It sounds like
You like
it sounds like gladiators. Doesn't it sound like we're gladiators walking into the Coliseum? That's what it sounds like. It's fucking thunderous, dude. It's good. Cool. I remember everyone leaving the studio early one night. Everyone's like, we're going to the Foo Fighters shows, and I was like, I can't. And they're like, why? Well, there's this guitar riff I need to write. It's just not right. They're like, okay, so be it. So I sat there by myself with Critter while everyone else went to the show. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna figure out. Where does this need to go? Fuck! I'm bringing some rhythms underneath that thing, but it's what happened during Hubris was throwing me for a loop.
Right.
If we go into some other kind of intro, or if we go straight into like vocals, but it has to be the ultimate payoff. There's a bunch of things that sound good there, but what's the absolute best thing? And I'm just trying to figure out, because if I was in the audience and I was hearing this, it's so good, it better go somewhere fucking awesome. Played it for like 6 hours straight, just over and over and over again, and all of a sudden...
Tom has a very good idea of what he wants to hear as a finished product, and whether or not he can present that to us in the beginning is very debatable, but he's got it in his mind, and he can really, before he even knows what he's going to say or what key the song's going to be in, he's got a melody in his head, and he'll try to sing it for us with just using vowel sounds. Somehow he gets enough of it across that we can get started, and as soon as it gets started, it's like a tumbleweed, and it just grows, or a snowball, I guess.
Fuck, it's gonna be rad. I'm gonna think of some really good words tomorrow.
It's a fun process. It's fun to watch him get his point across from the initial point when we heard his first idea to the first time he sings the melody with the lyrics.
Here we go, life's waiting to begin. You need more? It's getting kind of hard to control the softer shit now.
Yeah. I'd like you to do one more of the bridge,
Okay.
and give me a little more.
Bill?
Okay, a little too.
Okay. I cannot live, I can't breathe unless you do this with me. I cannot live, I can't breathe unless you do this with me. I cannot live, I can't
A kid actually broke into Tom's email account, and that's how, when we were mixing the record, you send the songs back and forth, through your emails.
It was insane. Some kid broke into my email and stole off the record and leaked it.
This kid actually broke in and figured out his, I don't know how to get my own email, but this kid figured out, I guess, his email address and his password and everything, got in there. So they guessed the password, they broke in, and they took these files that we were trying to approve mixes that were coming in from Florida. And so I was freaked out, and I was mad, and he actually got 4 songs, and he's the one that chose to make the Adventure first.
And then the radio station started playing the Adventure, and that's how the whole thing started. That was the first song the kid leaked. He chose our single for us. Thank you.
And that's ultimately how K-Rock ended up picking it up and playing it. That's how our first single was decided, was Adventure. We weren't even going to go that way. We were going to go with another song, and it really worked out for the best. So as mad as I was at the time, and as frustrated I was, it kind of helped us out.
Funny thing is I didn't know how rad it was. The riff that brings you into the song, and once the song crescendos, you shoot out that descending guitar line. You wouldn't have known.
like magical.